real idea is that this is interactive. You could argue that what you're going to get today is actually more involved and more effective than an in-person lab. With Zoom, you get to flick through the screens of the data acquisition computers and so on in a way that you absolutely could not do if you were physically present in the tunnel. All right, Bill, you want to take us on the tour?
Sure. So we're in the basement of Randolph in room 25. This is where we operate from now. Here's our control area. We can do that for you. Now we're going to proceed through the airlocks. As you can see, it's pretty much the typical anechoic configuration with crosshatches of foam wedges. But if we look to the right, you can see the Kevlar wall.
So I know it was mentioned in the manual that Kevlar was used so that you guys could get sound to pass through with that while containing the flow. Was there any other materials that were tested other than Kevlar?
That's a really good question. Okay, so this technology is pretty new. It was invented about 15 years ago here at Virginia Tech. People had tried before, and they had tried metal screens and they had tried nylon screens, and the metal screens and nylon screens, they worked to let the sound through, but they couldn't stand up to buffeting by the flow.
Okay, now we are in the test section, and you can see that we have two airfoil shapes coming up. The one on the right, we'll go take a look at that. And that's just basically a fairing over the laser arm that I showed you down below. So the laser arm comes in from the floor. It's covered with this fairing, and this is the laser where it shoots out right there. We're done with our measurements. You guys are going to have the options of placing a ramp, which I have here in my hand, on the airfoil, and either the 50, 60, or 40% cord. You're going to have a choice of orientation. As you can see, it has one kind of blunt end and one kind of razor end.
The reason for this is that this is a very nice way of demonstrating that the boundary layer and the features of the flow on the airfoil really are generating the sound. So, we want you to be able to make a choice here that has a real influence on the flow in the tunnel. That's very much a part of doing an experiment.
I'm going to take over from here with Bill. What we're going to do next is we're going to turn the different data acquisition systems and computers on.